Hi everyone, Happy New Year. We are here for the final of the Billy Weekly 223rd Deathmatch between cdrake and blockmonoid. And let's see what the game has in store for us. Okay, so very strong start for both. cdrake has the wheel and blockmonoid has pottery. And so blockmonoid starts and draws one card. So this is a sort of cdrake starts drawing cards, but the more he draws, the more pottery becomes strong. So he has to be careful about what he does. One common strategy is, for instance, to find tools and then to meld it, but blockmonoid found clothing, which is potentially dangerous, but having already 5 cards, most likely cdrake should be able to meld the blue or maybe meld masonry and then achieve monument relatively easily. So now cdrake, so he draws more with the wheel and plays writing. So if clothing gets activated, and will be only 1 point. So 1 more point. And ores get melded, which can be useful to draw more cards to share in this case. So cdrake melts metalworking and has a good. So he basically got all the cards. Yeah. So there were 5 cards with castles. He managed to get all of them. That's quite lucky, to say the least. So now, so suddenly cdrake is definitely ahead. Will achieve age 1 and 2. But block still has. Yeah. So he used ores to get more cards, but in that he let cdrake draw 1. Now okay, so now cdrake should achieve and probably meld a 2 if he has either a yellow or a purple. Otherwise, blockmonoid might achieve 2 before. So he adds code of laws. This will ensure that at most, even if blockmonoid had a, oh, this is interesting. So he found machinery, which cards will be traded, almost for sure. So now cdrake could, I mean, the obvious play is yes, to meld. I wonder why he didn't meld canal building last round. He would have saved. Maybe he was hoping that blockmonoid didn't have any yellows, probably. This way it costed him one more action, but probably he would have melded it anyway. Yeah, so cdrake had masonry in his hand. Probably he was still hoping to get monument at some point. And blockmonoid used pottery. Oh, okay. Metalworking again brings some joy, but it will not be enough. Blockmonoid will still achieve 3. And then he draws 2 more with the wheel. He's counting on the fact that blockmonoid has first to get some points before he can achieve. And I would expect now blockmonoid will achieve. That's the case. But this way he gets a 4 in his hand. Okay, so Drake takes melts compass, and now he can steal a card with leaves. So blockmonoid can choose between pottery and machinery to give away. Personally, I would lean towards machinery, because this way he can still have a majority in leaves, and then he can decide whether he wants to take metalworking or cover pottery with writing, so that pottery cannot be stolen next round. Probably depends on which 4 is available. Or let's say that 2 is actually mathematics, then one could steal metalworking and then cover pottery with mathematics. Those are options. But as a starting point, I would probably give machinery, even though it's true. Like, you don't want your opponent to have machinery if you want to play mathematics, but I mean, You have to do the best with a bad situation at this moment. Okay, so he chooses to take machinery and cover pottery for the future. Now, oh, at the moment nobody can. Oh, interesting. So he plays navigation and steals a 2. This more or less guarantees 4 for block, because philosophy can score the last 2 even if cdrake manages to use code of laws or to meld some crowns. So he, I mean, we don't know what these 3s are, but cdrake could have something like optics or translation. Then navigation would be ineffective at that point, because instead he used code of laws. So he could be, if he's played yellow, then he would tie the crowns. But blockmonoid also plays. And now it draws a 4. Mono is still ahead on crowns at this stage. I mean, navigation is pretty slow, but in this case, it's nice to have, because you're removing points from your opponent. This now it's not guaranteed that blockmonoid will have H2. So it takes all the cards with machinery, but he must have not liked the 4 particularly. So blockmonoid used navigation, and there were 4. cdrake melts gunpowder after drawing it. So this is, I mean, cdrake will get some points, but at the moment this is too slow. So he melts experimentation. Okay, so the now cdrake has a crown majority, and so this makes navigation ineffective, but blockmonoid can still. Now he wants to get rid of the forward to make sure that the cards cannot be swapped with machinery, and is now ready to use experimentation and achieve 5, I presume. And he could maybe hope for pirate code so that navigation can start stealing again. But on the other hand, philosophy is quite effective at this time. Okay. So he uses experimentation and draws banking and melds banking, and he achieves as expected. Now he could, if he wanted, he could use banking and try to steal gunpowder to get rid of machinery. Not sure that's a reasonable thing to do, but he had that option. The other option is just draw, use philosophy. So he's plays with banking. This will give him 1 extra crown. Oh, that's not enough to. I miscounted. He just wants us play. Cannot steal gunpowder at the moment. So he uses experimentation once again, and I mean, I'm not sure this was for the timing. Personally, I would have maybe kept experimentation for later, because it could allow blockmonoid to put a 6 in play automatically and make 6 safer, but now he has to. There is it is true that at the moment cdrake is not scoring at all, but with all those cards something will happen probably. He has a lot of force. So cdrake's builds agriculture and starts getting points. He returns a 5 and scores a 6. Now in this position, maybe, well, now because machinery was covered, blockmonoid can start accumulating cards again, but there are cards that he probably doesn't want to play, like for instance, no, like statistics could be stolen if some more crowns are obtained by cdrake. It's also true that blockmonoid has chemistry. So. I'm surprised he didn't use chemistry. Maybe. I mean, the number of points is the same, having a card in hand. Okay, so cdrake continues to score. Now it's basically a question of... Hi, Gabriel. Gabriel, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So cdrake just melded colonialism and activated it. This gave blockmonoid call, which is pretty nice. And now things sort of went wrong with the scoring. Blockmonoid is greedy, uses call instead of drawing, which would have been, I mean, can still do it now. It's a pretty balanced game so far. Oh, okay, he decides to clean the... cdrake used colonialism hoping to get a blue, but didn't happen.
A little hard since one of the blues was just taken by block.
Yeah, that's true. But it was his only hope to
Sure.
achieve 6. And so blocks achieve 6. More colonialism to get a 7. So probably cdrake will achieve 7 now. Because
Yeah, I mean, with Cole or Canning, there's some Cole now, not Canning. Block has out.
Yeah. Well,
And it's the wrong one.
well, also he needed
We needed a 7. Oh,
7.
yeah, both of them has only took 1. Yeah. But he had that 7. Okay.
I didn't notice that.
I also didn't notice. So he was in complete control then.
Yes. Now he can happily steal cdrake's hand.
Yeah, with that dominant factories position, it's going to be pretty tricky. Like cdrake had better like set up a tempo move if he wants to have any chance. I feel like I may have joined a little too late. Like if you given the swing that just happened with those 2 achievements, the 6 and the 7.
Yeah.
Electricity alone is not good enough for a tempo move.
Yeah, I wonder why he played it. Actually.
Maybe he's got more factories in hand and is hoping to get more factories out and contest, or maybe he has a way to get rid of democracy, in which case electricity would not have any effect on block.
I suspect it was just because it could be stolen from with explosives.
That's also possible.
Because giving a 8 to block is the end of a game. So.
Yeah.
I mean, basically right now he can only hope with colonialism to do the same trick again. Like he can hope to get an 8 in hand before block, but it has to be on the first move. I think that's Yeah, now block will start stealing. I mean, it could even use banking to remove colonialism. Does he have underneath gunpowder?
Yeah, that would really like put a nail in the coffin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it would cover explosives.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then the game is over next turn.
Yeah. There is nothing. Yeah, like a now monument will be,
Yeah,
and even if that doesn't, for any reason, doesn't happen, then at some point he will get wonder. So
yeah.
oh, that's
That's a little too late.
yeah.
If it wasn't for industrialization, maybe this would have gotten cdrake back into it.
Yeah, like he could win with points. Like
Mhm.
if he had two more, if you had two more actions. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, now he can achieve 8 if he wants.
Yeah, but it's not meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't really anything that could happen there, like neither of the eights, the blue eights that could have shown up, could have done anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, stopping Monument, it was
Yeah.
really hard. Also, he was behind on all resources, more or less. Which makes, like, I mean, he needed banking and more crowns. Now Block is considering, how do I win this? He said at some point he might have to go and uh, do something with the oven. So maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, I guess like something like 4 more clicks to end the game.
Yes, that's just industrialization, and then decide if you want to play or not. Have you seen the new version of industrialization for edition 4?
No.
So it always tax-free cards,
Hmm.
but monument has been changed.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know how open I am to the rule changes. Like I even playing like the version 1 like feels so weird to me. I it'll probably take me a while to get okay with that.
Yeah, Block was away because of the yeah. Well, congratulations to Block, and let's see if he wants to join.